Mason Brooks
Yes,
here
ma'am.
with Pro Football Plus. Mason, talk to me about just training camp so far and just how you progress.
Come out here ready to learn, looking to do that. So I've had opportunities to learn and grow. We have a great group of veterans, led by Charles Leno on that offensive line, and Cosby, Wiley, good cohesive group up front. So it allows me to kind of learn and step back and watch how those guys operate. And the way Travell and Coach Juan run the offensive line room is one that promotes growth, obviously. And so just enjoyed kind of getting my feet wet.
Well, and talking about getting your feet wet, what has stood out most to you as far as your progressions from each week?
The little things, kind of as you come out here and the days go by, you get more fluid, you pick up this, this stunt this day and this step that day. And so I think, Bieniemy preaches, try to get better at 2 or 3 things every day. And so I think every day identifying what 2 or 3 things can I get better at and then going in and attacking those things. Comfortability, I think, probably is the biggest, though. Every day presents new challenges and every day presents an opportunity to get better. And when you, execute some of those things, give yourself a little pat on the back and keep working. And so that's kind of been my day-to-day out here.
I saw you in practice last week. They had you going back to back to back to back because when you were doing the one-on-one drills, they was like, okay, coach was saying, okay, back in there again, back in there again. Does that mean you were doing things right?
Doing things right, I don't know about doing things right. I think it's just that part of that competitive atmosphere and the juice that D-line brings is like, hey, let's run it back, let's go again. You start to get rolling and it starts to get real competitive, and that's what you want. I mean, you don't want an offensive and defensive line that are just kind of going through the motions out here. And I mean, you hear it and you see it out here. I mean, this is really, really chippy D-line and a chippy O-line, and so when you have iron on iron there in the trenches, sometimes it goes and goes, and so you just got to keep stepping up to the plate and rise to the occasion.
Is that a good measurement as far as going up against that caliber of the defensive line? Has that helped a lot with those guys on the other side of the ball?
You talking about one-on-ones?
Yes, those one-on-ones.
One-on-ones is like it's just one aspect of the game, and I think the real true test is team reps.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a drill, basically.
Yeah.
But I think there's one-on-ones presents an opportunity to try new things, to see reps against guys you might not see and the looks you might not get. And that presents an opportunity to grow. But I think, when you look at real growth as a player, you got to look at the whole practice and the team periods. But one-on-ones gives you an opportunity to practice pass pro and grow, kind of in different tools and skills there. And so that's helpful. It's a helpful drill. It's not the whole game, though, for sure.
Yeah, so let's go past the one-on-ones as far as just going against those guys on the other side of the ball. How do you see yourself as far as, like I said, the progressions? And what has EB really said about you right now?
I think that
because he's vocal, right?
Yeah, he's very vocal, and he likes things done a certain way and, on point, with the snap count and the cadence, and those things are very, crucial to get right, and he makes an emphasis on that. So I think that's been a focus out here. And then, using your hands, having active hands, getting after, the D-line, being ready when your number's called to kind of step up and step in there. I think that's been, the priority for practice, and I think it's just been about finishing blocks, finishing plays, and then executing the small things, the little things. EB preaches, little things add up, and you hear that a lot. But when you stop and really think about it, like, hey, I work on this little thing and this little thing and this little thing, before you know it, I've worked on a whole bunch, rather than trying to get a whole slice of pizza all at once. Or a whole pizza, right? Let's cut it into slices.
Slice by slice.
Slice by slice. Yes, ma'am.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I'm enjoying myself. It's it's my dream to play in the NFL. And I have an opportunity to do that. Every day, and so I'm counting every day as a blessing, and every day is its own unique opportunity. Tomorrow's not promised, and so just taking it one day at a time and trying to enjoy where God's put me and the opportunity in front of me. So.
Looking forward to that first game coming up this week?
I am very excited. It's cool that they were able to play in a game, so we have some tape on them, and that's going to be helpful to kind of watch through. But yeah, to be able to suit up and go out there for the Commanders is going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to it for sure.